thought...
Just,
damn it, WWE, I hate your face.
I hate your face. Oh, man. But this also drives the point that I was making earlier about the whole Raw vs. SmackDown deal, because apparently on Talking Smack, Daniel Bryan said that basically Mick Foley can suck it and basically insulting him. But your boy Foley, he had quite the tweets to send back to Daniel Bryan. And I think his tweet was, it's like, saw the ending to your main event. Isn't that what instant replay is for?
I didn't see that. That is... wow. Damn.
Just when you thought Mick Foley was just going down in flames, he replies with that kind of a tweet, and I'm just like, Mick Foley, you just came back in my good graces. Get under here. Get under my wing. That's awesome. That just made me so happy. That was amazing. Oh, man. So, all in all, I think that a lot of people may have thought that this week for wrestling was kind of a little lackluster. I think that Raw actually had the advantage because there was a lot more good that came out of Monday Night Raw than SmackDown. All due respect to SmackDown. There was just so much that happened on SmackDown where it just kept you kind of scratching your head like, why? Well, why is this happening? And, of course, on Raw, we had a lot of great stuff, including that main event. Holy crap. I never thought I would say that a main event between Big Show and Braun Strowman would be a damn good matchup. Even though people are going to complain that, oh, but Braun Strowman didn't pick Big Show high enough for the power slam and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't care. This is a big guy basically toppling another big guy. Yeah, I don't care. It's still a feat of strength. I'd like to see you try and pick up Big Show, okay?
I mean, for crying out loud, when's the last time that we had a Haas versus Haas big man match that not only was the at-home crowd into, but a huge portion of the at-home crowd, and then a huge portion of people watching on TV, all of them were going crazy for it, and we actually heard a "This is awesome" chant that for probably the first time in any match in WWE in like a year felt earned and organic. For crying out loud, I'm not even kidding. It's probably going to be number 10, but this might end up in my top 10 matches of the year for the crowd reaction and the work effort alone.
I agree. I think that is a very bold statement, but you have the facts to really back it up. Like you said, crowd was into it. People online were going ape shit about it because it was that well done. Ring chemistry between Big Show and Braun Strowman was a lot better than what it was probably when Braun first came on. Just amazing. It just worked out very well. But speaking of Monday Night Raw, there was quite a bit that happened when the cameras weren't rolling. The Rock came out and was promoting the whole Paige movie that they're trying to create. I guess basically they're trying to basically talk about her and her family legacy, stuff like that. So they're finding a reason to keep Paige around for a little while longer. They basically recorded I think it was the supposed matchup between, it was supposed to be like AJ Lee versus Paige, but they obviously could not get AJ Lee, so they basically brought in somebody else who I was very excited to see. Thea Trinidad played the role of AJ Lee, which I thought, okay, I'm totally okay with that. I met her. She's adorable. She's sweet. Holy cow, Austin Aries, you are one lucky son of a gun. I hate you, but I also love you at the same time for being the greatest man that ever lived. And then there was, I'm trying to remember who the actress's name. It was Florence, I think it was Florence Purge, something like that. And I think that one of the things that everybody was kind of concerned about, is like, how are they going to do in the ring? And they also had a stunt double for her, I guess. But I guess from what a lot of people were saying was that Florence actually did a pretty good job portraying the role of Paige. And one fan actually tweeted, she said, this is probably my new favorite actress because not only did she look the part, but she did the moves very well. And automatically I thought to myself, wow, that's saying a lot. I mean, he's probably a smart, but something for somebody who's going from basically from Hollywood to wrestling to get that kind of remark. That's a pretty good pat on the back right there.
Well, I agree. Honestly, that kind of commendation really makes me want to see it.
I actually did tweeted that. I said hey, so my girl at the Trinidad Team NT is going to be playing AJ Lee in the new Paige movie. I cannot wait to see her face on the big screen. It's going to be awesome. I only have probably one issue with it if they don't do this. My issue is that I'm hoping that they put in actual footage of Paige's career in the movie because it just makes sense, really. For those of you that listened to my review about Patriots Day, I said that it made the movie that much better, that they actually incorporated a lot of the live footage, the actual footage that happened during the Boston Massacre deal, and I think that it would have that same kind of effect if they did that in this Paige movie. Actually put in the actual footage of either Paige debuting on NXT or Paige debuting in WWE. Actually have that footage and use it, because I think that would make it a little more legitimate. Now, granted, if you show the footage of anything with AJ Lee, of course she's probably going to be asking for royalties, or she will probably be given royalties. Honestly, what's the harm there? AJ Lee really didn't do anything. I know that the person that she's associated with, Phil Brooks, is a little bitter towards WWE, but that's no reason to take it out on AJ, who is arguably one of the greatest female wrestlers, entertainers that this company has known in the last decade. When I think about a lot of the women that changed the gate after Trish Stratus, Lita, Molly Holly, all the classic wrestlers from like the Attitude Era up to about maybe 2008, 2009, I would say. I would definitely put AJ Lee, Beth Phoenix, Paige, Charlotte, Sasha, Becky in that list. It just makes the most sense. But any concerns for you about this movie coming out?
Honestly, I'm not really overly concerned about it. There's quite a few movies that are going to be coming out relatively soon, or at the very least over the next couple of years, that I won't lie, I am a little concerned with, are they going to, say, adapt this book or whatever properly, or this sounds like a cool idea, I haven't seen it anywhere, but they can still mess it up. I don't know, with this one I feel pretty relaxed. I kind of feel that even if it's, as a movie, not entertaining, it's a bad movie, I feel that it'll still get the facts right. And I feel like they're kind of back into a corner with that, since all of the people that the movie's about are still, alive. So I think if nothing else, it's going to present reality very well, even if it doesn't necessarily work as a film. But I don't know, something about this, the fact that it's kind of a passion project, I honestly am hopeful for this one. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that it's going to be good too, because I am, of course, my only concern is that WWE Films is sponsoring it. So, need I remind people of Chaperone, See No Evil 2, See No Evil probably could even be debated, Knucklehead, all these random movies that everybody could wish that it could just, burn it in, as you would call it, a dumpster fire. That's my only concern, is that, what is WWE going to do to kind of make it, either their own, or what are they going to do to kind of hinder it? That's my only concern about it. But we'll have to wait and see. When, as time passes by, we'll see how things turn out. And hopefully we'll get the trailer maybe by the end of the year, maybe next year. Who knows? I do like the fact The Rock is behind it. So you have somebody who has experience in Hollywood. So there you go. Oh, maybe we should also mention the fact that Rock actually made a phone call to CM Punk during this segment, and he actually left a voicemail to CM Punk's phone. And
like a legitimate voicemail.
A legitimate voicemail, yes.
Oh my God.
And CM Punk basically replied with a tweet. I think he said, thank you. I think it was, thank you, Los Angeles. It's always good from hearing from you. So, still a bit of bitterness towards WWE, but not to the point where he's basically, bitter where he's saying, F off or something like that. He says, thank you to the city of...
sarcastic quip about it instead of being salty.
Yeah. I think the more that I look at it now, I think that, the more bitter he gets, the more I kind of resent him. I think it's kind of in the same category as, Bret Hart, where it's like, yeah, he's a legend. He's a great guy. But if he keeps bringing up the fact that, he resents WWE for the whole, 1997 Screwjob deal, it kind of makes me think, okay, you're bitter and you're getting to the point of just getting annoying. But I will say that, the whole thing that happened last year with Charlotte and Natalya was basically a slap to the face, and I can understand that. It's just if he keeps harboring the whole thing that happened about, 20 years ago, that's where it kind of goes into, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, for me, with Bret Hart, I kind of get the feeling it's not just the screw job. I mean, let's face it, everything that happened after the screw job, a lot of the build-up to it, all of the crap WCW put him through, and then while he was over there, you had the Owen Hart incident, and then look how his career ended. A lot of people have said that by the end of his career, you kind of got the feeling his heart just wasn't in it, like the wrestling industry had kind of beaten his love for wrestling out of him. And I feel him on that. I totally get it. So to an extent, I understand the bitterness, but at the same time, if it's going to be that much of a problem, if it really is, maybe, for the sake of your own mental health, maybe turn your back. I mean, I don't want him to do it because he's the hitman. I grew up. I was watching this kid. I was a little kid watching it. But if it's going to hurt that much, maybe it's time to let go.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And cheap plug, ACW will indeed have a Bret Hart amongst other names for their WrestleCon tour in April. So... yeah, that's going to be awesome. So I'm hoping that Bret Hart, doesn't listen to this and think that, I'm just basically smack talking him. And then when we see him, decides to, maybe punch me in the face and lock me in the sharpshooter. Bret, if you're listening, no disrespect to you. Please, by all means. I do not want to die, okay? Because I love my back, I love my legs. I just do not want to be killed by the sharpshooter.
Or anything else.
Yes.
I mean, good way to die, but we're only in our 20s here.
Right. All right. So we're going to close off the show with this. NXT happened yesterday. Bobby Roode had a matchup with No Way Jose, picked up the victory, and continued to beat down No Way Jose when who made his return and triumphant one at that? Cassius Ohno. Chris Hero makes his return to NXT, throwing out the challenge, basically saying that he has won everything around the world. His accomplishments are many, but Bobby Roode has something that he wants, and that being the NXT Championship. We're getting Bobby Roode and Cassius Ohno at NXT Orlando. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, of course, with NXT, there's something we got to talk about that didn't go on the cameras.
And what's that?
Well, at least I don't think it was on the cameras. Finn Balor?
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Deliver a message to Shinsuke. Now, I'm sorry. When that shit turned out to be a happy birthday, was I the only one who felt a little trolled? It's like, oh my god, it's Finn Balor. I've got something to say to you. Yes, it's your birthday coming up. Okay, did someone slip me something rotten? Does my drink smell funny? What the hell? Did they get the pose? And I'm just like, is Finn Balor channeling like 2012 troll Chris Jericho? It's like, what? What's going on? This first screen, what's happening? I'm the only one who had this reaction. Am I the only one?
No, I don't think you're the only one. I think that...
Okay, good. If I was, no kind of back.
Oh, man. That is too funny. So it's good to see Finn Balor back in a wrestling ring, and the fact that he